Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I did already a bit in the off and unburdened us and our lovely horse from stuff, right? In inventory. Now, let us take a quick look to the map. We need to go on. We have a new quest available which is called Ordnance. We are going to join the others. We are going to take a look at how the quest is called in a sec here, you guys. We are going to need to take a nap there in that city too. With a bit of luck, we have some space to sleep there too. Or if not, then we are going to rent it. We have nearly 1,500, 14,500 groschen available, so that should not be, if we have not yet already parked our asses here, it should not be a problem. But I think we are gonna have a little party here, so to say. Ah yes, one thing I wanted to do right is take a look at the quest log, actually, at the journal. All people are Shishka's men took the captive Otto von Berghoff from the conquered militia back to Skutskul, where he'll be interrogated. Then we'll decide what to do next. Our people are taking the captive Otto von Berghoff to Skutskul, sorry for the pronunciation thingies, where we'll decide what to do with them. I should get there as soon as possible, and the as soon as possible has arrived.
Quick! Whoa!
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
What brings you here?
Not your conversation skills, that's for sure.
Am I right here? Yes, I am, right? I am. Okay, maybe it's too late for talking and she is on the other hand praying too. So I do accept that. That was our bed, right? Okay, so it's been safe until the next morning. We haven't been sleeping in a while too, I think. Necessity, the body requires sleeping, right? Sadly enough. I'm always disappointed if I see my body in being tired and in request of sleep. Don't like that. Oratores, that's how the quest is actually called.
Hail.
Hydra.
I'm not sure what to think of Malashov. I reckon it was a success. I can't bring myself to feel happy about it.
You can't get over that burned-down village, can you?
After Skalitz, I didn't expect to be on the attacking side. Ever.
Do you see the devil repenting and asking God for forgiveness? No. Then don't beat yourself up about it either. Look, I know you probably imagined yourself heroically saving the king and protecting innocents. And believe me, that's exactly what we're doing. It's just not as simple and honorable as we'd like it to be.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Berghoff?
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join in.
Welcome to Suckdol, Lord von Berghoff. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the fuck should I care about that?
When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that.
Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked when we took Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat? And a smug face?
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulifs, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize an opportunity. If you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And will also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotznov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I have only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling, so the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborz.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noblewomen devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Rutards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Rutard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words out of my mouth. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mint Master's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mint Master's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly!
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them, no one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place?
Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not? I had a feeling you were not concerned about a few corpses. At Maleshov, you slaughtered the whole village. What is one legate compared to that?
Jesus! Get a grip, fellas! Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears!
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. But I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Is there no other way to solve it? Without violence?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
All right, let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
What if the legate refuses to talk to us?
Well, we can always beat him up. Take his clothes and let someone else put them on. Like, Godwin, eh? Since he's a priest.
Hold on. I'm not gonna play the jester for anyone.
Nobody's asking you to. We stick to the plan. We'll work on the legate so he agrees to take us in with him. Then we'll find a way somehow.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Rutgard Palace as well as Lady Rosa.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Rutgard Palace. You want Rutgard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right. Both of you are going to town. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then. Let's get to work.
And we have a big plan, right? Can we have a few pieces of talking still here?
Do you really believe our plan can succeed?
You'll need a big dose of luck. But I think it might just work. Normally, careful preparations would be underway by now. Arranging for the silver to be split up and moved to several locations, various safety measures, evaluation of all possible risks. But we don't have time for that.
What are we going to use Sigismund Silver for?
Don't count your chickens before they've hatched, lad. If you really do get your hands on the silver, You need to get away with it first. As far as possible. Margrave Jobst will find some use for it later. Or do you have any other suggestions?
Damn. And I was looking forward to getting a nice cold one at the Emperor's channel.
Samuel's people were hiding Liechtenstein, and we also took Malashov due to their coin. I'm sure they earned their share.
You're thinking of those who are most in need. Excellent. But most of the Jews fled the town, and I doubt they'll return anytime soon.
Then what if our plan fails?
Then you will have to hide or defend yourself. King Sigismund will not let something like that go unpunished. You'll either have to flee across the border or count on influential allies. And if not influential, then at least strong. I'll also be punished, of course. I'll lose my keep, my estates, my possession, and finally, maybe even my life.
We'd better try our damnedest then, when everything's at stake.
Yes, that would be a wise approach.
Lady Rosa seemed right at home during von Burgov's interrogation.
That she did. She really is her father's daughter. She has her late mother's beauty. God grant her eternal peace. But she really got her personality from Kunzlin. Had she been born a boy, Rutald would have had an heir other men could only dream of.
Do you also find it strange how quickly von Burgov turned his coat and started helping us?
Indeed I do, but there are several likely explanations. The king's position in the country is even more precarious than we thought, and his allies are leaving him in ever greater numbers.
But what would von Burgov stand to gain if Sigismund returned to Hungary?
That I do not know, and I fear the day we find out, because if I know one thing about Otto, it's that he never acts recklessly.
I'm sorry.
So we have a couple of conversations.
I'd never have thought it'd be so easy. Getting revenge on you, I mean. First Istvan Toth, now you. And tomorrow...
By tomorrow, you may all be dead. Actually, I would say that is becoming more and more likely.
Would you like to know how Istvan died? What it sounded like when he fell out of that window and got smashed on the rocks below the tower?
You seem to be laboring under the naive illusion that I cared about Doth. You killed a murderer and a fool. All you achieved by that was saving us the trouble.
Don't try that tough talk on me. You're afraid, aren't you?
Afraid of what? You?
Of not being firmly in charge for once. You have to dance to someone else's tune. And that terrifies you.
An interesting idea. I will remember it when I am dining with Lord Pisek, and you are picking up crumbs outside somewhere.
Alright, that was that talk.
How does von Burgov seem to you? He's not nearly as threatening now.
W dupie mam Bergowa. Ale ta dzierlatka, którą ukrywał w wieży, jest warta grzechu. Piękna, młoda, wzór cnót niewieścich. Gdy jednak zaciągniesz się do wyrka, to będziesz rad, że dożyjesz rana. To widać od razu.
She Ruthard's daughter, you pig. No hostage. She on our side.
Tym lepiej. Myśmy ją przecież oswobodzili. Jeśli jest dobrze wychowana, to miałaby się nam wszystkim odwdzięczyć.
Is he talking about Rosa?
He just say she is a very fine lady. No more.
Yeah, no more.
Samuel will pull through, but there's won't come back tonight.
There's nothing we can do to help him anyway.
So, Devil, I would like to talk.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
I'm busy now, sorry. Come back later.
What did you think of von Bergov's interrogation?
Oh, well, no blood was spilled. Nobody got tortured, and Otto kept all his fingers. So if you ask me, it went nice and peacefully.
Isn't it strange how von Bergov suddenly bends over backwards to help us?
Not really. He's a selfish fucker who goes where the wind blows in his favor. Actually, I kinda like that about him.
Is there any chance we could actually pull off this robbery?
Well, if everyone does what they're told and we're as lucky as hell, why not?
But what if the plan falls apart?
I won't lie. There's a very high chance some things will go belly up. And if it does, we'll all be praying for a quick death.
You're not serious about praying for a quick death, are you?
You fucking bet I am. Getting caught with Sigismund's silver in our clutches would be the beginning of a very long and fucking painful journey to the afterlife.
I'd like to learn from a master.
Not now. Come back later.
What will you do when me and Lady Rosa go to town?
We need to fix ourselves up. We've got some wounded to take care of. We also need to work out some details of our plan.
Such as?
That rotard passageway will help us. But it's only the first step. We need to know how the court runs, and then what we'll load the silver onto, and where we'll take it. And, just in case, we need to know escape routes from the town.
What will happen to von Bergov now?
What do you think? He'll stay here. Pisek will watch him and keep him company. Well, he may not be as pretty as Rutard's daughter, but he could get some more useful information out of him.
Alright, and if I don't see... Well, Hans, we could...
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
I'd like to learn something.
There's no time for it now.
I'm sorry.
I hope you are. Okay, I think we even already talked to Peter, right? Then I would just postpone the heading out to the next episode. And we will hopefully find other people to talk to in the next episode. Yeah. Okay, guys, that then right now is already gonna bring us to the end of today's episode. We are gonna head out with Lady Rosa in the next episode. And if we find, for example, Hans, we are gonna have a conversation there. For now, you know that I, as usual, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed today's episode, then please give me a little thumbs up and subscribe. And hopefully I see you in the next episode. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day. Stay frosty.